Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Rocket456 here today, bringing you another video. And today I'm going to be talking about my first impressions of Metroid Dread. Now, I got Metroid Dread on launch day, and I've been playing it for basically 2 days now, and because I didn't want to go ahead and do a video like right when I got it, I haven't really played it that long, so I basically gave myself like 3 or 4 or 5 hours into the game to play basically almost everything it has to offer. Obviously, haven't played everything it probably has to offer because of how big this game is, but I still got a general idea of the controls and the shooting and all that stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into these first impressions. Now, I just gotta say, I've been waiting for this game for a very long time. I've been honestly waiting for this game since the announcement of this game at E3, and the wait, I just gotta say right now, the wait has definitely paid off. This game is just amazing. Like, I can't stop playing this game. The music is just, which you got a little taste of it at the beginning with the Metroid Dread main theme. And the music is just amazing, and oh my gosh, the graphics, the backgrounds, all that stuff, just amazing. It's crazy, and I totally love the art style. What is it? I think it's Mercury Steam went for this game. It definitely went back to the roots of Metroid, of isolation, and you being basically the only one on the planet and everything is against you. Hopefully you don't mind sniffling me a lot. Sorry about that. Which I really, because some games, like especially the recent games, I mean, Samus Returns, it did feel like isolation, but I don't know, it didn't really push the isolation. And then Metroid Prime 3, obviously, if you guys haven't played that game, you're with the Federation, like different like bounty hunters and stuff, and it definitely doesn't really push the isolation thing. So to get back to the roots of Metroid with isolation and everything, it is definitely a welcome return of this, which is amazing. Now, another thing is a welcome addition to the series is the Emmy. Now, the Emmy are basically, if you've basically been living under a rock for the last couple months, what the Emmy is these robots that will be chasing you, and if they catch you, it's a permadeath basically. There is one way to not die with the Emmy when they catch you, and that's if you can do a melee counter at like literally the right time, but it is literally next to impossible for that timing. So basically when you get caught by Emmy, you're dead. And I love the Emmy so much, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared about a permadeath thing in this game, because I'm just gonna be real with you guys right now, I'm not a master at Metroidvanias, and especially Metroid games. I'm definitely not a master at them, and so I was definitely a little nervous about the Emmy because of the permadeath thing, and I was a little nervous about it. But once I got the game, and once I really started playing, and then got into the Emmy zones, honestly, it's a lot. Like, the Emmys make this game a lot of fun, and that's what I love about them. Like, even though when I die because of them, I'm not like frustrated or like I'm really like mad about it, but because It's a mistake I personally made, that caused me to get caught by the Emmy, and which I love that. Like, this is probably one of the first games, because recent Nintendo games, I'm not gonna lie, they've been pretty easy, and I'm glad, because I've been playing my PS4 a lot, and there has been a lot of games on PS4 that have more difficult than Nintendo games, and I'm just glad Nintendo is finally going back to their roots of having a little bit of harder games. Not like super hard, but a little bit harder. Because I'm not gonna lie, the last couple games have not been that hard of playing and figuring out. So it's definitely good to finally have a challenge in a Nintendo game. So that's why I love the Emmy so much. It definitely puts a unique challenge, and it definitely ups that dread factor that the name of the game is, because honestly, getting chased by the Emmy is legit terrifying and stressful, because obviously you don't want to be captured by the Emmy, and because it leads into a permadeath. But yeah, it is definitely very stressful to be caught by the Emmy, and that's what I love about it. Like, it definitely does the name of the game very right. So yeah, so that's it for the Emmy. Going on to the actual gameplay itself and how Samus feels and controls. Samus feels amazing. Like, this is definitely a next-gen Metroid game, because Samus, oh my gosh, she is so good to control. Like, she feels really good to control, and like, especially with all the new movements she got, like the slide and the melee counter, and the melee dash is really cool too. Like, I really love the melee dash, because it basically, she moves so fast and so quick. It's like amazing, and the gameplay definitely feels really smooth because of that, because you have like more freedom of movement in Metroid Dread than you ever have in any other Metroid game, and it's just fantastic, and I love it so much, because you basically can do almost anything when it comes to right off the back. Like, jump, you grab on a ledge, you having trouble get under this rock, you just slide. Like, it's just really amazing, and I definitely love the gameplay and movement of Samus in this game. Now, of course, I still love collecting items like energy tanks and missile upgrades, and definitely the other power-ups in the game. They are still, I'm gonna say it right now, they are still very awesome and very satisfying to get and find, and I'm glad it was because honestly, I'm glad I finally have a game that I can take my time in and just explore, because that's what I love about this game, and obviously all the Metroid games, is that you can just explore and find new gear and find new missile upgrades and energy upgrades, and I just love how satisfying that is to get those items and get those upgrades, because it's just a very powerful and amazing feeling to have once you get those upgrades, and it's just amazing. So then the final thing I want to talk about, because obviously I will have a full review of this once I finish this, and yes, it will definitely be my first ever game review on this channel. But just to wrap this up, the final thing I definitely wanted to talk about was the boss fights. Oh my gosh, guys, the boss fight. Now, I've only been against the first real boss, which was in the trailer, which was that scorpion looking thing. But the boss fights are amazingly difficult, and how, because you gotta basically master and memorize all their attack patterns and to find the best weakness, and it definitely puts you in Samus's shoes and how she has to probably figure out what the weakness of the boss is, and it's just amazing. There's two types of bosses. There's the central unit things that basically, if you defeat them, you get the power to defeat the enemies. And there's the regular bosses, which an example of the regular boss is the scorpion thing. That, because I don't think it really has a name, that was in the trailers, but they're all just amazing because basically, like a boss should be, it basically tests your skills of what you've learned about the game at that point. And that's when a boss is like that, that means it is definitely a very successful boss, when it is testing you of your skills and abilities that you have learned of the game at that point, which that's what basically a boss is for. And I'm glad the bosses are so amazing in this game. Overall, my first impressions of this game, it's amazing. I can't stop playing it. It's so good. And if you have not picked Metroid Dread up, you should definitely pick it up. It's just an amazing game, and a full review will be coming out very soon. Well, until I beat the game, which I don't know how long that's going to take, but that's fine, because I'm just having way too much fun with this game, and I don't know if I ever want to beat it anytime soon. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my first impressions of Metroid Dread. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to this channel and you want to see more Metroid videos or just gameplay videos in general, please make sure to subscribe, and make sure when you subscribe to press the notification bell, and when you press the notification bell, you may press all to be notified every time I upload anything, gaming, vlogs, first impressions, or reviews of games, so you can be always up to date with what is going on with my channel. So thanks so much for watching, and peace. Rocket456, and hope you have a fantastic day.